animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
That was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. If you've got Amazon Prime, you might actually be owed money. Customers based in the U.S. who use less than 3 Prime benefits could be eligible for a refund of up to $51. DataCap consumer expert Michelle Rainin says this.
It will be automatic and be sent by Amazon. We believe it will be sent through your actual account that you signed up to, so a credit to that same payment, but that detail has not yet been confirmed.
Amazon agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle with the Federal Trade Commission's charges. Brad Zimmel is set to become the interim U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Wisconsin. Zimmel has been eyeing the position since falling short in his bid for state Supreme Court earlier this year. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports the appointment came from Attorney General Pam Bondi, signaling the usual nomination process involving the Senate likely broke down. Zimmel previously served one term as Wisconsin's Republican Attorney General and most recently was a Waukesha County judge. He'll take over the top federal prosecutor role, covering Milwaukee and the eastern third of the state. Microsoft is doubling down on its presence in Wisconsin, with plans to expand its growing footprint in Racine County. The tech giants bought another 135 acres next to its nearly completed data center complex. Milwaukee Business Journal editor-in-chief Timothy Gibbons.
They paid about $38 million for the land, and they say it's going to be used for more data center development. Now, right now it's zoned for farmland, so if they do construction on that, it's going to take some work to actually get to that point. It's not something that's going to happen tomorrow, but they see a need for more space, more data centers out at that location.
The land is currently zoned as farmland, which means construction could take some time. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on the new 1017 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. What you want, Glenn? What you want? Y'all won. So what? Go away. We won, too. I was just talking to GP because he, be trying to skip in here. You're only getting like 5 minutes because he's up on some Packer. He's all, which is weird because he's a New England Patriots fan. Okay, with them ugly uniforms they got, but you missed it. You missed it. If you weren't there Saturday, first of all, if you were there Saturday, tell me how was it? Tell me how'd it go. Show me how'd it go. I want to say hello to everybody in the YouTube chat, everybody on the talking text line 833-212-1017, and everybody on YouTube. Remember, you can stream and watch us live. Go to 1017thetruth.com. Click, scroll down a little bit, click watch live, and then you click it, and then you log in with your Gmail. If you don't have one, just get a Gmail, and then log in, and you'll see it. Everything will be great. All right. So we had a great time at the summit. We had a great time. I think I'm going to have a regular. You tell me. Should we have a truth panel, host panel on my show, like once a month, come in and chop it up? Because I thought they was going to get into some fisticuffs. I thought they was going to duke it up. Now, of course, DJ Brother Z and GP wasn't there, but, they always diss me when I do stuff in public. You know how they be treating me and stuff. They be like, man, forget him. Man, so I was like, forget it. I cried and stuff, and then I got over it, and then I went and did my summit. But in all seriousness, we had a great time. Again, I want to say thank you to all of the GKB teammates who came out and showed out, did some great things. Danny was there from Chicago, ESPN, and Jackie and Dylan, and everybody was there. I had a great time. I think one of the things that it does is that it triggers thoughts, and it triggers thoughts from people who are different from you, different cultures from you, different lives from you, different upbringings and things of that nature. We talked about healthcare. Man, I'm going to tell you, I'm never going up against Tito Izzard. He explained the 5 things and the 5 areas in your body, your mind, soul, spirit, all that stuff. And he explained how those all need replenishing. And when one is lower or one is higher, then you usually have stability, because everybody is usually running on like 3 or 4 things in their life. And then there's usually one that's just raggedy. But when they all get raggedy, that's when you start to see people break down. They become unstable. And he explained that and how to do it and how to fix yourself and how to go to the doctor and make sure you check your numbers and your A1C, all that stuff. It was phenomenal. But then Demond Means, Terrence Robinson, Brenda Cassellius, doctors, them all, and school superintendents tore it up and kind of repeated some things that I said, but they said it so significantly better because they're in the trenches every day in a public school, running $1 billion school, running a multi-million-dollar school district. It was amazing. And, Dr. Cassellius talked about all the things that she was doing at MPS and all the things that they have. And I'm thinking internally to myself, why don't we hear about all this? Like she said, why are all these people at central office? Dr. Robinson said the same thing. And most people didn't know the West Dallas, West Milwaukee School District Superintendent is black. So watch this. You ready? In education, why should that matter? We talked about, do black students need black teachers? They need teachers that are going to teach them. And I got to tell you, Dr. Demings gave a phenomenal example of, you got 3 sections of students and you're teaching 3 sets of students history, because I think his background was being a history teacher, which I didn't know. And if you got 3 sets of 25 kids for a total of 75 and 50 of them fail your test, is that the student's fault or is that the teacher's fault? Well, he said it's the teacher's fault. It's the teacher's job to teach the kid. It's not the teacher's job to worry about home, worry about economics, worry about food, worry about clothing, worry about shelter, worry about mental health. It's the teacher's job to teach. That's it. Make sure the kid passes the test. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't be like this other school district I heard I heard about that fluffs the attendance so that they can, get their money from the state. Just be straightforward. Just be straightforward and be honest. And we saw 3 superintendents that were vulnerable, that were straightforward, and said how they felt. And some of the audience members came up and asked questions, and some of them were asking some questions that were a little like they wanted to take over. If you saw, I held on to the microphone because I was like, no, we're not making. I can't have a microphone. No, you can't. I'm holding on to it. I saw Sandra there. I saw a bunch of people there. Reginald. It was great because people got to see people when they weren't on. There were cameras there, but it wasn't live. So eventually we're gonna put it together. Andrew's gonna put it together. We're gonna air it. Andrew did a great job producing. Homer Blow, Dame, Kyle, Tori, almost blew up the place. And I said, well, whoever come after them gonna have to be like 10 times better because, they just had a great conversation about Milwaukee and where we're going and what we're doing and how are we going to fix this, because Dame was on we got to get rid of guns. We got a proliferation of guns. But unfortunately, I had to, be the host because I would have been like, hey, dude, yeah, let's talk about behavior. Guns only do what people tell them to do. So you need to change the people. You'll change the gun. And in places they don't have guns, they have more knife deaths. So, it's about the people, But those were the types of conversations we had, and they were all done respectfully. For us, respectfully, black folks, we holler and we're loud and stuff like that. But, I want to thank Ricky for playing the music. He was a DJ for the day. So it was all around, you missed it. I saw some folks I knew, some people was giving me the side eye, all that stuff. But it was okay. I think that it was a great success. 150 people signed up. I think next year we can make it 200 or 250 and make it bigger and really, really, really solve some problems. But they were very clear when they told you parents need to make sure that they are involved in their children's lives, and teachers just need to teach. Their job is to get you the resources. And that was my recap. You missed it. We'll let you know when we're going to air it live. Well, the recording live. When we're going to do the replay, and you'll get it. Because last weekend, there were so many things that happened, and we got a show today, but it might be a little dark. Might be a little dark today because so many things that happened. We had a violent weekend. We had a very violent, very bad, I would say, bad weekend. And until Milwaukee fixes all this stuff, this is going to be the type of weekends that we're going to have every single time. And I think it's unfortunate, but it's the kind of weekend we're going to have. It's going to be dark, and it's going to be treacherous, but as they say, it is what it is. So when you have people walking around and putting stuff on their websites saying how, oh, Milwaukee is safe, well, define safe. Because after last weekend, I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true. Oh, by the way, I want to say congratulations to the men of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, founded on the campus of Howard University. Today is their Founders Day, so I have a lot of friends who are members. I just want to say congratulations and have a happy Founders Day. When we come back, it's another violent weekend again. But you know what you missed last weekend? 2025 Truth Summit.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month. And get this, 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2025.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Somebody drug NYGP into the studio.
A strong wind blew me in here, yeah.
It must have been that kick from the Bears when they won, right? Yeah.
They keep getting it done somehow, some way.
I was with you until you said somehow, some way. They got it done. It only counts. Only thing that counts is what?
The W.
The W.
You are not wrong. Speaking of the W, though, the Packers did get one this week.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I almost thought they wouldn't, but they did.
No, it looked dicey. Again, Jacobs went down early on in that first quarter, and then as well as Love, who headed to the tent for a second. But they got a really good drive out of the backup quarterback, Willis. And it kind of just went from there. Again, the defense made plays, or they made timely plays.
My God, yes, they did.
Yeah, but they left a lot out there. There was a lot of interceptions that they could have had, a lot of turnovers that they had. But
balls in their hands, receivers who caught the ball but then didn't hold on to the ball, and nobody hit you. Like, dude, what do we... So, and some of their open field tackling leaves a lot to be desired. But those are technical things that can be fixed.
Yeah, those can be coached up. But again, I mean, we talk about it all the time. The NFL, it's hard to win, let alone be successful, week in and week out. Every game presents a new challenge. And so
ask the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh,
but anyway,
no. But again, we keep trying to figure out, or I guess we keep trying to measure where the Packers are and what they can do as they head into postseason. Hopefully, as they still have to secure a playoff spot.
Right.
But they keep struggling to dominate against subpar teams. Again, this game should not have been close at all.
Not at all.
Third string quarterback. Or starting running back gone. Their best wide receiver, obviously, he's been out for the majority of the year.
So why do you think they struggle with teams that they shouldn't struggle with?
The game plan is usually very cookie cutter. They don't want to get ahead early. They don't take advantage of their opportunities. Again, they have all the talent in the world on paper, but the play calling is just very kind of timely and kind of shoddy. There's not there's a lack of a sense of urgency.
There's
when
no
they kind of start
change.
games.
There's no, hey, every third down we're going to pass, so let's pass on first down.
Yeah, it's tough.
They don't change. Yeah.
They did mix a couple of plays in there though that I liked. Again, they had a reverse that they ran with Bo Melton for a first down. They had a couple long, incredible passes by Jordan Love. He was under pressure the entire day, but he threw it out there for Christian Watson. He had 2 touchdowns. It was a long pickup where I believe they were his third and probably long.
Well, he's starting to show his maturity.
Yeah, but
stay in the pocket, trust the players.
Yeah, it's tough. Again, we keep trying to feel good about them. We keep trying to kind of muster up the strength to admit that they won't exactly be a Super Bowl contender. They have to go through some growing pains, and these are the growing pains that they're going through right now. The only team that they've dominated all year has been the Commanders, and that win doesn't look as good on paper now with all the injuries and stuff that they're going through. So, it's tough to see. Again, no game on this schedule that's left for them is a cakewalk.
No, not at all. But if you think about it, the teams they struggle with have players who are there to prove themselves. And that gives them that you put a third string quarterback in, he's there to prove himself. So you're going to have way more trouble with that guy than you are with the first string. Because the first string, you have his tape. You have his film. You can look over and over and over and over. Look at this. For the last 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 2 years, this is his tendency. You can't do that with a third string. And all of a sudden, he dazzles you, and you're like, why can't we stop this guy?
Yeah.
Because everything they've done, they're running it based on that quarterback, not the first. And then the Packers just seem to have trouble. What is it about adjusting?
I just think that
what is that?
LaFleur, he calls a very efficient offense. The offense is built to be efficient. It's not built to wow you. They don't have.
I'm not talking about wow. I'm just talking about you should be averaging 5 to 7 yards per play.
They don't take chances, though. That's the thing. It's very cookie cutter. They like to throw everything underneath, and then they set up the run behind it. Save for, again, a couple of, maybe 5 or 6 passes downfield yesterday. They still dink and dunk. They threw a lot of screens out there. They ran in between the tackles. They obviously had to make do with what they had because their starting running back wasn't out there. But, again, he's not evolved his play calling. They have the weapons that they need to take chances early in games. I would love to see them be more aggressive. And that's just, it's something that they'll have to learn as the season goes on.
The score's at 0. Be aggressive.
Exactly. I don't see why. I wish they would come out all verts, something, run a deep post, run a trick play, anything to kind of give a team something to think about.
And you had receivers that literally missed their route. I'm like, how do you... you're supposed to turn to the left because the sideline's over there. You turn to the right and the ball hits you? Like, what? Like, I was like, you see that? Yeah. Those are mental mistakes that if you would just run it the way you practiced it, which then now you have to go back to, what are you practicing?
Yeah. What are you teaching? What is the culture in the locker room?
Yep.
How are guys gelling? Do they kind of understand the messaging? The whole world seems to be against them. Not to say that the sky is crumbling. Obviously, they have a winning record.
Well, they're a great team, though.
Yes.
I mean, they have a history that, you know.
But there's a target there that was not there last season. Again, they had talent, but they now have an all-pro edge rusher. They have an all-pro quarterback or all-pro-esque quarterback. They have an all-pro running back.
Yep.
And so people are circling those dates on those calendars, and they're getting everybody's best. And again, for the rest of the season, again, they play the Vikings this Sunday. They play at the Lions. They play the Bears, the Broncos. And so these are teams that are figuring to be in the playoff race.
Yep.
And so, again, they're trying to secure home field advantage. So you're getting the best from everybody week in and week out. We need more consistency, and we need more of just kind of a when we're, calling these plays and running the defense.
Yep.
There needs to be more of a cohesion.
We'll see.
We shall.
We shall see. Bears play the Steelers next week.
Yeah. And there's rumors that Aaron Rodgers may not play. He's dealing with a wrist injury, so that may be kind of a wash for the Steelers. That might be an easy win for the Bears. So they're still trying to stay ahead of them. But obviously that game, that date is circled, 12 p.m. Again, they're at Soldier Field. And so we'll see what this team is made of again.
And so we're about halfway through?
Yeah, pretty much right at the halfway point.
Yeah, so we're talking the Bears can probably lose one, maybe two. But the Packers have to win at least 4 games.
Yeah, at
least 4.
Yeah, that tie basically counts as a loss.
It's a loss. So now they're what, 6-3-1?
7-3 or 6. Yep, 6-3-1.
Yeah.
6-3-1.
So that's not a good place to be.
Yeah, it's rough. Again, if they even split with the Bears, they're putting themselves in an enormous hole.
Yep.
And they're probably going to have to go on the road and win 3 games to make it to the Super Bowl, which is tough. But
and the Lions are going to turn it on.
Well, they got dominated last night against the Eagles. They
were due. They were due.
Just like they were due for a
the
beating?
Packers. Everybody's due for at least one.
Mm-hmm.
At least one. You're going to get like, okay, we got this. No, we don't got this.
A reality check week in and week out.
Yep.
Yeah. No, we'll see what this team is made of. Again, I'm curious to see, again, how they keep integrating guys. They don't have a standout guy. I believe Watson is going to be the focal point going forward.
Oh, yeah.
But, again, if Jacobs misses anything more than a week or two, we'll be curious to see what Emmanuel Wilson is made of, how they're going to use him in the passing game, how he can block, how he's going to run in between the tackles. So there's a lot of guys that we need to call upon and, who are going to be forced to step up if this team wants to secure the division and eventually at least one home playoff game.
They're not going to secure the division.
You don't think so?
No.
There's still an avenue for it.
Sure, there is.
There's still an avenue for it.
An avenue for the Super Bowl, but you think they're going to the Super Bowl?
No, I can go on record and say that again. As Z is back there, Z can put this on the record too. I don't think this is a Super Bowl winning team. No. I honestly wouldn't even pick them to win a wild card game right now.
Right now, I don't know who would win the Super Bowl.
I
thought it might have been the Chargers, and then I saw Chargers. I was like,
I'm gonna say the Colts. I think the Colts have everything that they need to win.
Okay.
So that again,
I'm not taking any bets.
No bets this time. You stole me dinner. I would say,
and you still owe me a cigar.
Exactly.
Yeah, we was at the cigar bar, and he still didn't buy me a cigar, but that's okay.
You beat me to it. You were impatient.
What do you mean?
You came down and you had 2 in your pocket already.
That's because what? That's normal. See, you don't hang out. See, when you in places you don't understand the nomenclature and the culture.
Okay, etiquette,
let's be showing up with, I got one.
I didn't know. I bought 2 myself. I still got 1 I didn't smoke myself. So maybe I'll just bring that back next time we go. I said, we had a great time.
I hope not, because it's not in a humidor. It might be like a brick.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Do you have one at home?
A humidor?
Mm-hmm.
No. I've got a portable one.
That's even crazier. That's even crazy. Wow, I didn't know it was that serious. I really didn't know cigar culture was that crazy.
Shameful.
I'm telling you, we walked in the room, we were like, oh, wow, this is temperature controlled. It's nice in here. Everything is all...
Think I was going to go somewhere shabby?
Never. I trust you have good taste. This is why me and you, we get along. I'm bougie, too. I'm a little bougie.
Did he say bougie, too?
Bougie, too.
Is that the number 2 or the T-O-O?
Number 2.
All right, well, thank you much. I appreciate you.
As always, I appreciate you.
I'll see you next time if they win. If they don't.
We'll talk about it either way.
I saw T-Lo was throwing people off the air because they was talking about, and go Bears.
Oh, he was dropping people?
Yeah, poop, get out of here.
Yeah, freedom of speech doesn't exist here. We're Packers fans. So.
That is true. That is true. So very true. Thank you much.
As always.
And now with 101.7 The Truth traffic, here's Debbie Lazica.
It's a little slow on the bypass. On eastbound out of the Hale interchange, you're slowing down all the way past Forest Home. The westbound side even heavier out of the Mitchell interchange, slowing down all the way to 68th Street. Southbound 43's got some backups as well from Locust down through the Marquette all the way down to the KK River crossing. Northbound side slowing down from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Locust. And then we've got our construction delays. Westbound 94 starting around 25th Street all the way to Holly Road. Eastbound's backed up from 76th Street to Holly Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, rain and snow mix likely, a low of 36. Tomorrow, rain likely, mostly cloudy, a high of 41. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers shined in the Big Apple and took down the Giants 27-20. Packers improved to 6-3-1. Quarterback Jordan Love on the win.
I think when you look at it, we'll go back and look at the film, but there's still so many more plays we could have made that would really, change the outcome of this game.
Packers sit below the Chicago Bears in the division, who are 7-3. Next matchup is against the Vikings next Sunday. The Bucks head to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers, looking to brush off a loss against the Lakers. That game begins tonight at 6. The Bucks currently sit at 8-6. Badger men's basketball sit at number 24 ranked in the country and 3-0 to start off the season. The next matchup is today at 7 at the Kohl Center. Marquette basketball sits at 3-2, while UW-Milwaukee basketball sits at 2-3. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars all month long. We'll be highlighting local universities who offer full tuition scholarships and local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each and every year. So make sure you tune in to The Truth all month long, as you do not want to miss this important information on how your student can go to college and be debt-free. College Scholarship Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University. Be the difference in Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, what's going on? SE, Quanda, let me see. Willie, what's going on? Good afternoon. Reginald, what's up? Camille. Who else is here? Thank you, Reginald. Reginald said the summit was awesome. It was good chatting with you, Dr. Casellas. Thanks for lending your ear. Yeah. Jason said, Dub Airs. Reginald told GP to go enjoy a nice Dominican cigar. And that's anyway. That's not how you rate cigars. Come on. What we doing? What we doing? What we going to talk about, Reginald? This violent weekend we had. Like, what is going on? So Tori was talking about the shooting a little earlier, and he didn't really want to get into a lot of them because there was so much stuff last weekend. 2 people killed in a double shooting. Rufus King neighborhood. Dude that shot the 2 people was charged. Killing a tenant and a witness, and then set the little boy who couldn't talk, just put him out on the street somewhere. And I remember that story coming over. They were looking to identify this kid because they didn't know where the mother was. Meanwhile, mama got shot and killed. The fact that you go into a building and kill somebody because you're trying to evict them, like it just didn't make any sense. And then last night, Milwaukee police from CBS 58, Milwaukee police are investigating a double shooting that happened before 7:30 p.m. last night in Milwaukee's Rufus King neighborhood. 36-year-old was shot near 19th and Congress, and about a block away, a 22-year-old was shot. Both are pronounced dead at the scene. Crazy. Doesn't make any sense. And so then what are we going to do about this? Are we going to do anything about this? Are we going to change anything? Are we going to, what are we going to do with all the stuff that's happening today? We keep talking about Milwaukee safe. Where? Where exactly is it safe? We keep pretending like it's safe, but is it really? Is Milwaukee really safe? I don't know. 3 words, another violent weekend. It has become normal. It shouldn't be normal, but it is. We just, another violent weekend. Like, is that normal? Is that like how we live our lives? It's like it's background noise. It's just, another one of those. Okay. Somebody's son? Somebody's kid? What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017. I'm going to ask the same question this week that I asked last week. How we get out of here? How do we get out of this? And just as important, how did we get here? How did we end up at a place where every weekend we have a homicide and every weekend nobody really says anything? Well, yeah, that's okay. But let somebody hear that a cop did something that's not even true, and all hell breaks loose. But let somebody shoot and kill somebody because they're trying to evict them out of an apartment, and so you go in and shoot the person while they're sleeping? Get another person at knife point? Like, huh? And at first, when you hear it, you start to think, well, maybe that's like three different. You know, you got the kid missing, you got the person shot, you find the person over here. You start to think, well, maybe, yeah, that's like three different stories. Then you find out it's the same one guy. The same one guy who kills two people. No protests, no fighting, no marching because we want this to end. But people got to go to jail to get them out of the neighborhood so the neighborhood can stabilize. But will that ever happen? Will it ever change? Will Milwaukee ever change? It has gotten progressively worse each and every weekend. And we keep telling people it's a great city. And it is a great city. But what I hear on the news doesn't make me believe it's going to remain a great city. And so 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you're in charge and taking care of everything, what happens? Where do we go? Getting rid of guns won't do it. We've been killing people without guns for millennia. So then, how do we change it? What do we fix? 833-212-1017 is the number. Steve, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hi, Dr. Ken. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. You know, I listened to Tori and Miss Elizabeth talking not too long ago about, you know, some of the influences, you know, environment, parental influence, cyberbullying and everything. And I know those are all variables, but I'm not a religious man, but I do believe in a higher power, and for everything there is an opposite. So if there is a higher power for good, there is one for evil too. And what do you think about actual people being influenced by evil? As you can see a person that's influenced by God and they're doing good and everything and preaching and helping people out. Now, wouldn't there be an opposite too? And how does it play in what we see now?
I think that there is, and one of the most powerful things I believe we have as humans is free choice and free will. And I think some of those things are happening because people are making the wrong choices. For whatever influences them to do it, they're deciding to do it. I think the issue is there's no repercussions for it. There's no responsibility and there's no consequence. And so, like anybody, if you don't give them consequences, they're going to keep doing it until they can't do it anymore.
That's true. And one other quick thing I wanted to share. I do live in Glendale, but I did live 17 years in Milwaukee with my ex-wife, and we had a very strong block watch program. My wife and I were block watch captains. We'd have regular meetings. We'd alternate what houses, we would meet at. Mm-hmm. And I'm just wondering if anything like that is still going on.
Yes.
If there is still strong block watches.
In some neighborhoods, yes.
And I think with this might be a utopian type of thing to say, but I think everybody should take a active role in keeping an eye out and participate in that stuff. But, we can say all these things and we can go over this constantly, but still what we have to deal with is this increase in violence, and I don't know what the answer is.
All right. Well, thank you much, Steve from Glendale. I appreciate it. 833-212-1017 is the number. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
I will say good evening to everybody. I feel everybody out here is smart, bright, and intelligent. And some of these actions they're taking, they don't have to take those actions.
Right.
If they want to do something better in their life, they can, but they choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing, some of them always say, well, this is the hood. This is the hood. No, your actions and your mindset is making it the hood. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I feel like the way they shooting with all this crime, let them shoot and kill each other, because the only way they're going to get their life right is that that life has to wear them out. You can talk to them, you can give them the resources, you can push them to do everything great, and they're going to go right back to the same predicament. Not all of them, but some of them. But life is going to have to wear them out. Like I said, you can give them every resource in the book, you can lead them to water, you can help them everything you can, and even try to get them to where they go. Let the streets deal with them. I'm trying not to be insensitive, but I say, hey, go on and shoot and kill each other. You got your gun, you feel good and happy because you're doing it to your own, when you should be trying to learn from your own so you can make something good of yourself. But since you don't care, shouldn't nobody else care? Let them shoot and kill each other. Because what's going to happen? They're going to come through your door or my door. You're going to end up shooting them anyway. And then they're going to say, my child is just giving his life around. Oh, poppycock. Just let them go. But save the ones that's trying to get out. Have a good day.
All right. Security Mike, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hey, Dr. King, you got to go back a number of years. And that block watch, we had a number of block watch signs in neighborhoods and windows and everything. But I think that all got played out, especially in the hood, because they call that snitch. But if it was still like that, people would be looking around and be very observant of these crooks and the wrongdoings.
But it's not just a hood thing. It's in the suburbs too. It's a generational thing.
And they found that kid that shot the student over in Oklahoma. They found that kid hundreds of miles away from where the actual.
Right.
That's a sad thing. And I don't know what we can do. Maybe you can try to absorbing them out for bullets or something. Maybe they can say, bring these guns in and we give you a hefty.
But is that going to change your behavior? Prize. But will that change your behavior?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so with these kids coming out of school only reading at a fourth grade level. And they turn into adults that are illiterate. So I don't know, man. It's crazy because over here where I'm working at, they burned down this guy's tent. A couple of tents are burnt down over here now, over here on where the unhoused are living at. So it's just it's evil. It's some evil, devilish stuff that's going on out here, man. I don't know what we can do. Maybe Tory can go and call Trump now and have him send them troops here.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm thinking now.
Uh-oh.
Don't get these troops. Don't get these boots on the ground. That's what I was telling Tory. Hey, make that call, man.
All right.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Tuesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to take on the Dominican University Stars.
Jovanovic free throw line. Backs down DeVries with a left-hand dribble. Feeds, fires, and scores. Hubbard as well on the floor. Aguilar in. Bulldog scoops and scores. Two tough ones for Amar Aguilar.
Scott Warris has the coverage Tuesday starting at 5:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That is marketplacewisconsin.com.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, question. Poll question of the day. Is a life sentence appropriate for an 18-year-old who committed homicide? Yes or no? Is a life sentence appropriate for an 18-year-old who committed homicide? We're going to throw that in the YouTube chat, and if you want to vote, because we've got this story from 2024. Moses Martinez was 17 years old when Milwaukee County prosecutors charged him with first-degree intentional homicide, reckless injury, and other crimes. This is from Fox6Now.com. Court records show a jury found him, now 18, Martinez guilty of 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree reckless injury, and fleeing the police in August of 2024. State dismissed charges of driving a vehicle without owner's consent and misdemeanor possession of a dangerous weapon by a minor, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of release last Friday. So here's the story. 3 teens were shot, 9th in Manitoba, June 15th of 2024, Isaac Rodriguez, 15, Diego Herrera, 16, died at the hospital. 14-year-old girl was wounded and survived. 14-year-old told police she was with a group that was walking away from a party when 2 teens approached on a scooter. Based on how they interacted, she thought the teens may have known Rodriguez and Herrera, and the 14-year-old said the group was talking when one of the teens on the scooter pulled a gun and started shooting at the group. A witness told police she was at a birthday party, saw 2 people on a scooter yell something at Herrera, and the witness said one of the people said, "We're going to pop you," and they started shooting. 15 bullet casings were uncovered by the police or recovered by the police at the crime scene. And witness later identified Martinez as a suspect from a photo, and a family member later identified him as a suspect from surveillance video. Is that something we've gotten to now? Like, is that something? Is a life sentence appropriate for an 18-year-old who committed a homicide? Think about that. Average life expectancy is about 72, 74. Nowadays, it's about 80, maybe 90, and you're 18 years old. That's if you reach the age of 90, that's 52 years of never being free again because you took the life of someone. Now, granted, it beats the death penalty. But life in prison. Think about what the judge said. Life without possibility of parole. Not even parole, nothing. Early release, nothing. You stay locked up for the rest of your life. Will other people learn from that? Will other people be like, will it cause people to go, well, I'm not going to do that crime? Will it be a deterrent? Unfortunately, I don't think so. I don't think so. Remember, you can stream and watch us live on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Scroll down, click the watch live, log in, take the poll. We're talking about an 18-year-old young man who, when he was 17 years old, and I don't know if you know, you should, in the state of Wisconsin, when you commit a crime at age 17, you're considered an adult, which means you go to an adult prison, you get adult charges. Think about that. Had he been a year younger, I don't know where this would have gone. But now the penalties are that much steeper. You can't get more steep than a life sentence without the possibility of release. There's no parole. There's no minimum you can serve other than dying in prison. And we're talking about families that are now disrupted. We're talking about siblings, parents, grandparents that have to live with the fact that they will never see their child on this side of a brick wall, or in a prison case, a stone wall. Always be looked over, always be told what to do for the rest of your life. When to wake up, when to go to bed, when to get out of your cell, when to eat, when to shower for the rest of your life. It may as well have been forever. But this is where we're at. I didn't hear you. Another one? Wow. I got so wrapped up. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, we have the top 5 at 5 and a guest to talk about money.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Dear employer, My name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Dizer. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum, I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. If you've got Amazon Prime, you might actually be owed money. Customers based in the U.S. who use less than 3 Prime benefits could be eligible for a refund of up to $51. DataCap consumer expert Michelle Rainin says this.
It will be automatic and be sent by Amazon. We believe it will be sent through your actual account that you signed up to, so a credit to that same payment, but that detail has not yet been confirmed.
Amazon agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle with the Federal Trade Commission's charges. Brad Zimmel is set to become the interim U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Wisconsin. Zimmel has been eyeing the position since falling short in his bid for state Supreme Court earlier this year. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports the appointment came from Attorney General Pam Bondi, signaling the usual nomination process involving the Senate likely broke down. Zimmel previously served one term as Wisconsin's Republican Attorney General and most recently was a Waukesha County judge. He'll take over the top federal prosecutor role, covering Milwaukee and the eastern third of the state. Microsoft is doubling down on its presence in Wisconsin, with plans to expand its growing footprint in Racine County. The tech giants bought another 135 acres next to its nearly completed data center complex. Milwaukee Business Journal editor-in-chief Timothy Gibbons.
They paid about $38 million for the land, and they say it's going to be used for more data center development. Now, right now it's zoned for farmland, so if they do construction on that, it's going to take some work to actually get to that point. It's not something that's going to happen tomorrow, but they see a need for more space, more data centers out at that location.
The land is currently zoned as farmland, which means construction could take some time. This has been your news update. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, They can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Want to remind you that we have rain, snow, and wintry mix is going to move in tonight across southeast Wisconsin. Slushy. So most places along and south of Interstate 94 are looking at little or no snow accumulation. However, they're expecting accumulations of around 1 inch of slush to be coming. I'm not really looking forward to that. Grass, roads. So be careful along the lakefront from Milwaukee up through Ozaukee, Sheboygan County. The warmer Lake Michigan water temperatures in the upper 40s will make it difficult for snow to accumulate, but it's still coming down. So no matter what you do and no matter what you say, I guess it's going to snow. Not looking forward to it, but it is what it is.
Number 5.
This from CBS 58. Governor Evers announced, along with the Department of Transportation, that 26 locations will receive grants awarding awards totaling $14 million in federal funding to build electric vehicle charging stations. Is anybody buying electric vehicles anymore? It's only like 1,900 of them here in the state of Wisconsin. It's like 1,921 registered EVs, in Milwaukee County. So I'm like, why are we, I don't understand. And it's always with a grant, and who's supposed to run them after we're done? Department of Transportation. I guess those car fees will be going up again. And if you didn't put your leaves to the curb, well,
Number 4.
It's important that you do that because with the snow coming, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because they're supposed to pick them up. They extended it to November 30th, but I hope the same trucks because same trucks that do the snow in Milwaukee also pick up the garbage. So if it snows, your garbages are going to be picked up, which is weird to me. I don't understand what that is. But I guess we couldn't afford it, so we just put plows on the trucks we have. And, once again, we make decisions that don't make any sense, and then we pay for it.
Number 3.
This also from CBS 58. Remember, I talked about this last week, and people thought I was crazy. I had a few friends send me a note saying, what are you talking about, people hitting trees? Well, Milwaukee police are investigating a deadly crash near Fairmount and Appleton that happened at 4 o'clock yesterday. Police say the driver, a 38-year-old, and a passenger, a 39-year-old, were traveling eastbound on Appleton when they say the vehicle collided with a tree and caught fire. And both of them died due to injuries of the crash. Latasha Campbell and Jeremiah Jeffries, both from Milwaukee, were killed. That's like the, 5th or 6th person driving and hitting a tree and dying. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Were you driving too fast and lost control? Hit a tree? I don't know. But it's just another reason not to drive in Milwaukee.
Number 2.
This also from CBS 58. Milwaukee police are investigating the double shooting that happened 7:30 last night in Milwaukee's Rufus King neighborhood. Police say a 36-year-old was shot near 19th and Congress, and about a block away, a 22-year-old was shot, and both were pronounced dead at the scene. Milwaukee police are looking for suspects, and anyone with information is asked to call Milwaukee police at 414-935-7360, or to remain anonymous, call Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. And if you live in Sturtevant, south of Wisconsin, south of Milwaukee, Racine County, they got an early Christmas present.
Number 1.
I don't know if you heard, but the Sturtevant Police Department in Racine County closed permanently on Sunday, leaving residents worried about response times as the sheriff's office steps in to provide law enforcement services. Debbie Hanko, a resident, said, "I don't like it because we have to call 911. Who knows where they're coming from or how long it's going to take them to get here." Another resident said, "It's a shame. I like the police department being here in Sturtevant just because they're more responsive. They're also closer." Department announced the closure less than 24 hours before services ended, expressing gratitude for community support over the years in a Facebook post, but not providing a reason for the shutdown. Sturtevant Professional Police Association Union said they were blindsided by the decision, but of course they didn't have to let the union know anything. Union President Brent McCoy said this is all out of the blue. At no point has any member from the village come up to the Sturtevant Police Department, myself or union representative, prior to this, or they're making their decision, say, hey, what are your thoughts? Well, your input isn't going to matter. It isn't going to matter. Why is it not going to matter? Because they don't need your input. The city decided to close it, and so now it's closed. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, money is the topic. Bob Wynn is the guest.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Tuesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to take on the Dominican University Stars.
Jovanovic free throw line. Backs down DeVries with the left-hand dribble. Feeds, fires, and scores. Hubbard as well on the floor. Aguilar in. Bulldog scoops and scores. Two tough ones for Amar Aguilar.
Scott Warris has the coverage Tuesday starting at 5:30 on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. With me today is Robert Wynn. He is the president of Climb USA. Prior to opening his own business, Robert Wynn created a number of financial education programs while he was the financial education officer at Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. These programs include such widely recognized projects as money conferences, the Millionaires Club, I need to join that one, the Finance and Investment Challenge Bowls, Climb, and Intelligent Arts Showcase. Robert Wynn, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. Are you able to hear me?
I'm able to hear you just fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you've had a pretty broad career. You used to be the director of minority business development at the Department of Commerce. You developed policy, legislative work. What took you to helping individuals and people be able to just know what to do with money?
So you're exactly correct. I've had what might be considered a circuitous career, but I started out being trained as a lawyer and moved to Wisconsin and joined the staff of the state capitol as a legislative analyst. And I represented legislators, including Senator George, who was from the Milwaukee area and was concerned about economic development. And at the time, on the national level, Perrin Mitchell was really pioneering some great legislation that was looking especially at how to help small and minority businesses to take advantage of different types of procurement opportunities at the government level. And we thought that we would try to replicate some of those initiatives from a policy standpoint at the state of Wisconsin. And we were able to do so and created some additional opportunities for procurement for entrepreneurs that were local in Milwaukee and other parts of Wisconsin. And that legislation created more need for capacity to administer those programs at the State Department of Commerce. That agency is called WEDC today, WEDC. At the time, it was the State Department of Commerce. And we had different loan and grant programs that were going to help these entrepreneurs to start their journey in getting capital to start their businesses, and even to help those businesses to grow if they were already in existence. But we begin to see a recurring theme with a number of the businesses that were applying for our funding. Number one, some were really not clear on the financial statements that were needed in order to monitor the health of those businesses. The balance sheet, the income statement, those have to be thoroughly understood by the business owner themselves. The second was credit. We saw individuals that were presenting as middle class, but still had very poor credit. And we saw that as an impediment to be able to make loans at favorable terms. And then the third, and the one that I guess really motivated me to get much more involved with financial education, was to have to explain to applicants that they either had zero or negative net worth. And then beyond that, having to explain what net worth meant. So that's the number one concept that I'm really interested in our community to begin to understand, because it's through growing your net worth that you're able to first supplement your lifestyle beyond just your income. And then eventually, for people who become quite wealthy, they actually have their net worth or their financial asset base to underwrite their lifestyle. And this is something that we don't get to do if we stay stuck, focused on living paycheck to paycheck.
And so you created this organization, Climb, Communities Learning to Invest and Mobilize for Business. Their mission is to help teens and young adults improve financial capability. But you use something that I've heard, but not a lot of people do. And, you know, a lot of people do education, but you use capital market engagement. That means that you're gonna what? You're gonna help them how to learn how to interface with banks, interface with private equity. What does that exactly mean?
Sure. It's really just a sort of euphemistic way to say we want to teach people how to invest in the stock market.
Okay.
So you alluded to several other aspects, which is banks oftentimes are a source of debt capital. And then, of course, there's private equity, which is a space beyond the public markets. So every business can be classified as either a publicly traded business or a private business. Probably 90 to 95% are private businesses, and they are operating in the private equity markets. However, bigger businesses are traded, have their stocks traded on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ, which means if you're a public business, your stock and the ability to be owned is available to anybody that wants to buy a share of their stock. Well, the United States for the past 100 years has had a thriving economy. Well, you might say the past 90 years, because I think the 1920s were kind of rough. But certainly for the past 90 years, there's been a thriving economy, and businesses actually thrive themselves within a growing economy. So if we're able to connect more people to business ownership, especially those larger businesses that are really serving the larger part of society in various ways, then people are able to grow their wealth as the businesses which they own are growing as well. There's the second concept. If net worth is the first, then the second one is compounding. A very, very important concept that we perhaps don't give enough value and credit toward. As a matter of fact, if we're talking to young people, compounding then becomes the first concept that they need to understand, appreciate, and actualize. This means that we want young people to not only save and learn how to put away money and maybe get that 1% that would be in a savings account. That's very important. But what if we are able to get our young people to buy shares of growing companies, even if it's just one share, while they're young, and be able to have that add to their asset base, and maybe they buy more as they grow. This is one of the things we're doing through Climb, which stands for Communities Learning to Invest and Mobilize for Business, where we are helping people to start their investment journey, whether they're younger or even older or middle-aged, through investment clubs. Actually, this is the way I learned it about investing. Even through law school, I didn't know much about investing, but shortly afterwards started an investment club where a small group of 15 to 20 people pool their resources by as little as $20 or $25 each per month, and they build a nest egg that can be used for investing in individual stocks. And most importantly, you want to begin that learning journey of how you can discern good companies to put your money into, and then understand the pricing of those company stocks so you can get into those companies at a time when the valuation is not excessive. So it's sort of a two-step process. If you're going beyond mutual funds or ETFs, which is a very good way for individuals to learn if they're not going to do the work to learn how to select individual stocks.
Okay.
But individual stocks, you do have to have a system for understanding, is this a good company that you're considering investing in? And then number two, you have to say, if this is a good company, is the current stock price selling at a good price? Because you can have a very good company. I mean, I won't mention too many on the air, but everybody knows about Palantir if they are a investor these days. And it's certainly not a recommendation that I'm making. As a matter of fact, I'm using it as an example of one that might be a good company, but is really excelled in its price. So it might be overpriced or overvalued. So it's an example of a company that you might want not to buy right now, even though it's a good company, because it might just be too pricey.
Okay. So do you have any events that are coming up in the future where people can learn exactly what's going on, how to get in one of your programs?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we are launching this fall 2 events that we literally are calling the Forums on Wealth. And the reason we're doing it is twofold, to be transparent. The first is that we want to really elevate the conversations around building wealth. I think you just had an ad for Axe Housing, and that's so wonderful. And most people build their initial wealth through home ownership. So that's really great. But we want to talk about just wealth in and of itself, and also add the formula of joining an investment club, or at least beginning to add to your wealth building the participation in the stock markets, or as we call it, capital markets engagement. We hosted a forum on wealth in Madison last week, and that was at the Urban League Hub. And we have one coming up in Milwaukee on Wednesday, this very Wednesday, from 11 to 1 o'clock. It'll be at the St. Kate Hotel. So people can go right to our website at climbusa.org. That's CLIMBUSA.org. And they're able to register for the Forum on Wealth. The second reason we're hosting it, beyond just elevating conversations about building wealth, is that it is a fundraiser for our organization. We have made all of our programs free of charge because we're trying to reach mostly the under-resourced segments of communities. But we hadn't gotten as much support from foundations as we had in the past. And we know that we need to create some opportunities for additional avenues for building wealth. And this Forum on Wealth is really for corporate and community thought leaders, or individuals that want to be part of literally trying to create a movement to normalize investing among families and communities that are under-resourced in Milwaukee and beyond.
Well, that's exciting. Well, thanks for joining me, Bob. If you want more information, you can go to climbusa.org and get all the information you need. And so if I'm interested in starting a investment club, I need to reach out to you.
Absolutely. You come right to climbusa.org. We're going to host some open houses that will be virtual, so they'll be very accessible, and they will be free in December. So just look at the website, and probably after Thanksgiving, we'll put up some specific dates so that people can find out when they will be available. I will give a shout out to you might call our mother organization, and that's Better Investing. That's a 70-year-old trade association out of Detroit, Michigan, where I actually learned about investing. And their website is betterinvesting.org. So we refer people to their training and education. We do a little bit more hand-holding and front-end education about what investing is all about, and Better Investing picks them up and just gets them moving right along the learning curve. And better investing has created hundreds, if not thousands, of millionaires. And we want to get more people on that pathway where they can naturally, organically, and through market-driven processes build their own wealth. We know that there's retrenchment in philanthropy and certainly in government funding and subsidies, and yet the market marches on. Another company that is in the news today is that Warren Buffett of Berkshire Hathaway just thousands of shares of Google, and that's a stock that has made many people wealthy. And we just want to see more people from the Milwaukee community participating in these opportunities to not only build wealth, but as a community, import wealth from Silicon Valley and from New York, where some of these companies are located. The more we invest in them, the more we are benefiting even from the wealth being created in other parts of the country, if not the world. And Dr. Ken Harris, I'm hoping that we'll see you at the Forum on Wealth on Wednesday as well. I hope you'll check your calendar, see if you can make it.
That is definitely the plan for me. So I am planning on being there on Wednesday.
Great. I appreciate it, sir.
All right. Well, thank you much, Bob Wynn, president of Climb USA. And want to say thanks for joining us, and I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you and all that you're doing. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
And now with 101.7 The Truth.
Have a good rest of your day.
Here's Debbie Lazica.
Well, I got a little bit of a problem. We got a crash on the ramp from Febrance to northbound 43 right now. So that's going to affect your ride. We've also got delays basically from Burleigh all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. Northbound is slowing down up and over the high-rise bridge all the way up to Burleigh. Westbound 94, we've got delays from 17th Street all the way to Hawley Road. More delays past Highway 100 all the way into Waukesha County. More backups from Calhoun to about Barker Road. Eastbound slowing down from 92nd Street all the way to about Hawley Road as well. We do have another crash. This is off the freeway. Northbound Highway 100 at Center Street. The right lane is blocked on northbound Highway 100, so give yourself that extra time to get through there. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, rain and snow mix, likely a low of 36. Tomorrow, rain likely, mostly cloudy, a high of 41. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Packers shined in the Big Apple and took down the Giants 27-20. Packers improved to 6-3-1. Quarterback Jordan Love on the win.
I think when you look at it, we'll go back and look at the film, but there's still so many more plays we could have made that would really, change the outcome of this game.
Packers sit below the Chicago Bears in the division, who are 7-3. Next matchup is against the Vikings next Sunday. The Bucks head to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers, looking to brush off a loss against the Lakers. That game begins tonight at 6. The Bucks currently sit at 8-6. Badger men's basketball sit at number 24 ranked in the country and 3-0 to start off the season. The next matchup is today at 7 at the Kohl Center. Marquette basketball sits at 3-2, while UW-Milwaukee basketball sits at 2-3. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin wants you to know that when it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense play by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. That's PellaWI.com. I got to go back to the talk and text line, see what y'all been talking about. Millicent say, Milwaukee, can I fix it? It's the people. And said, I can't think of any way to restore intact families. It would seem I would like to see more meaningful innovative intervention for at-risk youth. I would like to provide a change of environment and horizons /travel, perhaps a Boys Town model, calling all philanthropists. She also added a couple more things and said parole officers and counselors seem to be a waste of time and money. They're not. They're not. She also said, is there an inner city branch of junior achievement? Not that I know of. And she said, how is Asada High School's record? I've never heard of it before it was in the news. I don't know. I don't know what school it used to be before it became Asada. And I don't know. But something to think about. This did not happen at the school. This happened away from the school. It happened when the student was leaving for early dismissal. So there was no shooting at the school. There was no shooting in the school. And so just something to be aware of. I don't want to bash a school and name a school as if they did something wrong when in fact there was nothing. Matter of fact, the school responded admirably. So have to give them that. Definitely have to give them that. Some of you all talking on the talk and text line. When are the holiday lights? Felix asked, when are the holiday lights turning on in downtown Milwaukee? I don't know. Probably sometime right before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving. I don't know. Honestly, how well do electric vehicles perform in frigid weathers? I have no idea. I don't want to find out. Then he added Sturtevant. What's going on down there? Just shuttered the building and bounced. Yep. Told him, by the way, we're closed as of tomorrow. What about the people that don't have jobs now? All the cops. But you got to pay for it. And stuff is expensive. Yep. Coming to Milwaukee. We hiring. We hiring. Just call. Reginald said, thanks for coming down, Mr. Wynn. Your audio and video are crystal clear. And then Young Money said, I maxed out my Roth 401k. Said, I don't do individual. I do ETFs, VTIs, and VO. Well, that's you. But watch this. How old are you? How old are you? Right. He said, ETFs have built-in diversity. Yes and no. It depends on the one that you choose. And yes, you have some that track S&P 500 and broader market and stuff like that. But in the end, their fees are lower. And so you can make more money. I'm saying that in general as an educator, not as a advisor. So I'm just saying. But you're right. Good dollar cost averaging up to 16.3 year to date. He said Biden had that thing jumping. Biden didn't make it jump. Biden didn't make it jump. Trump didn't make it jump. Obama didn't make it jump. It's the fickleness of the market, and that's how it works. And it goes up and down, and that's what you want. That's just me. I want it to go. I'm not going to speak for you. I want it to go up and down so that sometimes when I buy, it's cheap and on sale. And that's what I do. So I have fun. Young Money said, 41 years old, I wish I started earlier. You know, you do realize in 20 years you can generate about, somewhere between $1 and $2 million. I don't know if I'd be complaining if I were you.
Damn.
But if you just put your money in, $100, $200, whenever you get paid, and forget about it. And if you don't know what to do, call an advisor and talk to them and say, hey, I need some help. Go take a class. What I would actually say, go to climbusa.org, contact them, sit in on one of their classes, and you can learn. Because then you have somebody else do it, right? You have somebody else do it after you understand what it is. That way you can tell them what you want, or they can explain something to you and you understand it, right? Because that's the key. We don't do what we don't know. We only do what we know. So if we know it, we'll do it. Most black families don't understand or know about investing, about the stock market. They're afraid of it because they have grandparents and great-grandparents that grew up and lived through the 1929 stock market crash. We've had worse crashes. We've had Black Monday, Black Tuesday, Black Wednesday, they always call it black when it drops real bad and, oh my God, people lost money. But it comes back. And at the time when the stock market was at, 15,000 or 16,000, now it's at 48? 49? Like, what is the stock market at? I guess I can just look here and see the stock market's at 46,590. So, for people that are afraid, do like Young Money did. Invest over the long haul. Leave it alone. Stop using it every time it build up. Build it in where you can't get to it, or else it'll, smack your hand and make you pay taxes and stuff like that. Make sure that you do that. And when you do, you'll be able to you'll forget about it. And over 20, 30 years, you'll look up and be like, whoa. And that'll be that. And you'll be great. That's all. It's really simple, and it's really easy to do. But I don't understand why people don't do it. I don't understand. For the life of me, I've just never understood. And so maybe we'll have Bob come in the studio. Zach, we'll have to reach back out to him and say we want him to come in the studio one day and do their program on the studio in the studio, so people can learn, people can hear, and people can see, and go from there. I'm just saying. Sandra, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I haven't seen you since Saturday.
You haven't? Hi, Dr. Ken.
Hey, how are you? I want to publicly say thank you for coming to Truth Summit. I said, we had a seat for you right there down front.
You sure did.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was trying to hide.
Right.
I always sit in the back for some reason. I like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Then after I do that, I like to show that I'm not shy. You know, I can speak up too.
You shy? Oh, who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it?
People think I am. I think people do because I always sit in the back.
No, you've gotten a little fiery. You got a little fire in your
I sure do. Yeah. I got a lot of fire in me, and you bring it out of me too. We're just talking about the crime and this and that. But we have talked about that before. But I'm just seeing. I'm just so upset about the destruction of the city. We had a guy over here come out here. Now they're finally tearing down these houses. They've been boarded up for 30 years, but they finally made their way over here to do it. And then they had these big bins. And when they put the bins out, people come in and drop their garbage in it. So the city came, and whoever came that was hired to move the bin, the fool sit there and dropped everything off the bin in the alley and left it.
Well, that's because they can only take the debris to the dump. They can't take garbage. It goes to
he still took it. He took it, but he dropped a lot of it on the ground and left it.
Oh, so now you got to be perfect. So now you got to be perfect.
This is the disrespect we get for this city.
That's not disrespect.
And that's why
my gosh.
Yes,
it was a mistake.
That's why you have people cutting up so bad.
That's why.
No investment.
Because the garbage.
If you invested in the city,
Sandra.
If you invest, clean up the garbage, invest in the city.
Sandra.
I think you won't find people killing each other.
I think you're connecting dots that can't be connected.
Well, they can, but the money don't want to be released. They want everything in this city to be negative, and that's not good because the guys that called you before I did, they're talking about they want the ICE. ICE is taking American people. They're not just taking the immigrants. They're snatching American people off the land. So they got to be careful what they're wishing for.
They're not snatching a lot of American people.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
How many?
That's the game.
How many?
This is a game, Dr.
How many?
Ken.
Stop it.
This is a game. This is a plan for authoritarian nations.
Some Americans do get caught up in it, but the majority of the people that are going and getting thrown out are illegals who committed crimes. Come on.
The long groundwork is we're going to tell you as immigrants. But the basic thing that they're doing, we're going to have all the cameras on all of you all. It ain't going to just be as easy as we think it is. This is your AI and all the little data centers that they're trying to build up and all this stuff around the city, but they won't fix up the city. There's no money for that.
So what should we do?
No money for nothing but to build all this garbage.
You need to talk to your mayor and your common council. You need to talk to your mayor and your common council about that. But they're
I can talk to them.
But they're not building.
That's a good idea because I know I should talk to them.
Hang on. But they're not building any data centers in the city of Milwaukee.
Well, from what I read or heard, they're building some somewhere, and it's close to the water. So it might be in Grafton or wherever. That's what I understood it to be. But I can catch up on it because I can read about it. But I'm just saying, you got to put some investments because we had them. We had the factories and everything down here, and people weren't killing each other and shooting each other. But when you divest like that, that's what you're going to have.
Who divested?
And once they bring ICE in here, I want to see our black men. See what they're going to do because they don't want the black men on this route.
You think they're going to come around up black men?
Oh, big time. They don't want you to excel. You got to have this authoritarian.
So you think ICE is going to come in and round up black men in Milwaukee?
Oh, sure.
No, they're not.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're not.
You watch. You want to make a bet?
Yes.
You want to make a bet?
Yes.
Okay, we'll bet. Yeah. They're going to round them up. Yeah, because they're already here. They're secretly here already.
So they're going to tell people that you're a black male and you live here and you can prove you're a citizen, you got a Social Security card, you lived here your whole life, but they're going to get rounded up. Where they going to get sent to if they get
They're breaking out windows. They're not giving them a chance to show them nothing. I'm sitting up there watching them on TV in North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina. I'm sitting there looking at them. They're breaking people's windows. God, they ain't saying that. These are some vicious people now. No business. Why are they wearing masks?
Because crazy people decide that they want to come kill you if you work for law enforcement. So they cover up their faces. I would do the same thing. That is what people. That's what they said. That's what they're doing.
I go wear a mask.
Sandra, that's what. Just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
I can wear a mask and say I'm ICE and put on some army fatigue.
No, you can't.
I might have some up there because I did the dirty work.
You don't have Homeland Security body vests. You don't have a gold badge. You ain't got none of that. No, you can't. They'll know you're not real.
I can get it.
They'll know you're not real. Come on, Sandra. They know you're not real.
Look, I can get some fatigues and some boots and look like ICE.
Okay.
And put the mask around my head.
Well, next time,
okay, Dr. Kim.
If I do a Truth Summit 2026, I want you to come. Oh, forget that. Halloween, I want to see you come as an ICE agent.
Okay. Okay. You give me time to get my uniform. Okay, then.
Wow. Okay. That'll be interesting.
It sure will.
I think you
okay,
connected.
We'll see. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Take care.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
I think she connected some stuff that has no way of being connected. That's just me. I'm just saying. 833-212-1017 is the number. Just to remind you, I'll be here again because I'll be here till 8 o'clock. Truth Unfiltered with me and Denise Thomas will be here. We kind of chopped it up and talked about a lot of stuff. So make sure you keep your dial right here at 101.7 The Truth. That's all we want you to do. All right? Just stay locked in. We want you to always tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, like we want you to do for the Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. Between the Tory Lowe Show and me, Truth in the Afternoon, Kyle Wallace will be joined by Katara Henry, Executive Director of Sickle Cell Warriors of Wisconsin. They'll discuss empowering the community through awareness, advocacy, and action with a focus on sickle cell disease and the impactful work being done right here in Wisconsin. Once again, that's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday, 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
You make time for everyone else. Family, work, everything in between. Now it's time to take care of you. If you're 45 to 64 and don't have insurance or your plan doesn't cover screenings, you may qualify for free mammograms and Pap tests through the City of Milwaukee Health Department's Breast and Cervical Cancer Awareness Program. Call 414-286-2133 to see if you're eligible. Real self-care starts with your health, and early detection saves lives. Funded by Wisconsin Well Woman. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/wellwoman.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Is a life sentence appropriate for an 18-year-old who committed a homicide? 67% said yes, and 33% said no. So there you have it. There you have it. Hey, there's some breaking news. That 89-year-old down in, I think, I forget where she was, Cudahy or somewhere, who struck the 9-year-old who was walking across the street. She just got charged. Like, who charged with hit and run? 89 years old. Guess she gonna be with the 17-year-old in jail. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host. Facts. Dr. Ken Harris. Truth Unfiltered. Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris coming up at 6 o'clock. Make sure you hang out. Want to say thank you, DJ Brother Z. Appreciate NYGP, everybody's sports, everything going on. Be safe tonight. It's supposed to snow, be a little slushy, so make sure you drive carefully. God bless. Take care. I'm out.
Be quiet.